So today we are going to talk about public speaking. It's one of the essential skill that I think, needless to say, a lot of people wants to go on stage and express themselves. And when we talk about public speaking, it is one of the very significant skill which can take you from uh, you know living a mediocre life to somebody who live the lifestyle that they want to live. So this is one of the biggest tool. Uh, it really doesn't matter whether you are in corporate doing a job, you are an entrepreneur, you are a business owner, or you are within your family, you are in a school or college. This skill is everywhere required equally. So today, I'm really thankful for my friend Alok who have joined us today, and we both are a student of public speaking, and we share a great camaraderie. And we, quite a number of time whenever we meet, we always talk about public speaking. So we thought that
Right.
why not go ahead and have a chit chat for half an hour and discuss about public speaking and let audience understand what public speaking is. And so today we are going to not only talk about public speaking, but the the essential steps and components of public speaking, what is public speaking and what it basically require for you to become an effective public speaker. So though the time is very less, but we'll try to shorten everything, and we'll try to give you everything within half an hour. So without a further ado, I would just like to invite my friend Alok to have few words about him, what he's doing these days, and then we will move on with the discussion on public speaking. Yes, Alok, thank you so much for joining
Right.
us.
Thank you very much, Tausif. And I should congratulate you first that you have taken this step, this initiative basically to have word with the people from the different backgrounds. And this particular segment, when we go for public speaking, see, it reminds me. So let me just introduce myself first very
Yeah,
briefly.
yeah, yeah.
Hi,
Yeah, go
everybody.
ahead.
I'm Alok Joshi. I'm a student of public speaking and human behavior as such. Tausif has already elaborated it. I'm a training manager. Basically, I have professional experience of 20 years, 10 years in sales, and last 10 years I have been in training department only. So public speaking was inherent without knowing that I was doing public speaking. So it was already inherent. So that was very brief. I don't want to discuss more about myself. Talking about the importance of public speaking, yesterday only I got a phone call from one of my, I don't call mentees, but definitely one of the participants of my online program. She said, sir, she's a teacher, a convent school teacher, and she said her principal wants that she organizes a public speaking workshop for the
Wow.
students of class 5 to 8. So this
Hmm.
is how the importance of public speaking has grown up to the level of the schools where class 5,
Hmm.
class 6, class 8, the people are now demanding it because they have understood the value of public speaking. So earlier it was like limited to big leaders
Hmm.
that we talk about, Les Brown or Martin Luther King Jr. like that. Only we used to talk about them. Now it has got to up to the level of a very common person that yes, public speaking is skills. They are very much important for everybody from every walk of life. They should have the basic knowledge and skill set regarding public speaking. So
And I
that's
definitely
how
agree with
it's
you. I definitely agree with you, Alok, because looking at the, you know, uh, kind of, I would say it's a kind of wave that has now gone in everywhere because, you know, just as you just talked about schools, colleges, that public speaking is everywhere.
right.
Public speaking is something that you speak for public, and if you are a great communicator, if you are a good public speaker, you can earn a lot of laurels for yourself. As Alok rightly described, that because of the fact that Alok teaches a lot of people about public speaking, he has his own classes, and one of his students was asked to organize a public speaking class because of the fact that I'm pretty sure that the school people or the principal might have been impressed with the way she would have conveyed or conducted herself. So, if you are a great public speaker, if you're a great communicator, you will get a lot of visibility without a doubt, and it is one of the significant skill that one should possess. So, Alok,
Right.
just I would like to understand from you, what is basically public speaking, and why? though we understood why one should become a public speaker, because it gives you a lot of exposure. And personally,
Right.
because I'll just share in a couple of minutes why I have also become a student of public speaking. There have been an n number of times within my life that I was not able to speak my mind. At times when I was a part of meeting, I wanted to express myself, but I didn't know how to express myself. I didn't know about the tools of expressing myself. I didn't know how to basically communicate myself effectively. And because of that lack of confidence, I used to feel very bad about myself. I had a very low self esteem, that why am I not able to speak my heart or my mind. So that's when I realized the importance of public speaking. Public speaking is not just that you went into public and started speaking anything. Public speaking about having certain knowledge about the tools, principles, protocols, that if you learn, you can become more effective public speaker. So that's
Right.
where we both joined the same family, and we are working together and being a student. And I'm sure, you know, I'm not sure, as the saying goes, that I'm not sure where I'm not sure, I have reached where I wanted to be, but I'm sure I'm not where I used to be. So this is something we have definitely made a considerable improvement. So I would like
Right.
your point of view about public speaking, and how can somebody become a good public speaker, Alok?
This starts with my career as a training manager. I started in sales, as I told you. I started in sales, and then 10 years later, because I was very much interested in product management, and then later on, got exposed to public speaking. So means training basically, and in that
Hmm.
I got the hints that already when you are a trainer, when you are a training manager, already public speaking has to be in your blood. Otherwise,
Hmm.
it's not possible for you to convey your ideas to the people. Out of that, something
Absolutely.
germinated in my mind, which I have also read and I experienced it. It's all about the influence. See,
Hmm.
the magnitude of your success is designed or is determined by the impact or the influence you make on the people. If you are
Hmm.
not influencing anybody, you will not be able to communicate to them, even though you are a very good communicator. See, in English, you talked about English, you can be a very good expert or the damn expert of the English. But if you're not able to convince the people, if you're not able to influence them, then
Hmm.
your English is not meant for being a good communicator. It is meant to be a very good expert of the language, not as a
Absolutely.
communicator. So that's
And
why
that's why we say that
influence
public
is
speaking
there.
is an art.
Yeah. And influence is the most important thing, because you should be able to influence people. Because earlier, when I used to stand in front of my coaches or my trainees, basically, in the initial days, I felt that lack. Whatever I'm speaking, although I had a very good knowledge of pharma where I was working in, everything was good, but impact was not there. So it
Hmm.
never means that if you have a very good knowledge, you're a very good communicator. So conviction is something which comes through your mind, which and then it percolates to your word. So that's how
Hmm.
public speaking holds the utmost importance in your career, in your professional life, personal life, or anywhere you want to. See, you want to convince your wife that no, this time we are not going to purchase from gold. We are short of money. So that influence has to be there. Otherwise,
That's one of
you will be
the
doomed.
that's one of the biggest area where you need a lot of influence. If you're able to do that, you
so,
can do almost anything.
so that's how it goes. Like influence is the seed where you have to germinate it, and then it grows in the form of a very good being an expert of public speaking. That's how
I think
it
it's a
goes like.
wonderful value addition, Alok. So I just want to be a little bit more pragmatic. For example, if a lot of people who have joined here, from their point of view, if I have to ask you, like, what are those step-by-step process? Now, if somebody is working into 9 to 5 corporate, somebody is a housewife, somebody is a normal individual doing something, somebody is a business owner. From that point of view, if they want to develop this as an additional skill of public speaking, so what are those things that they can do initially, so that they can at least have a head start, jump onto it, and then they can scale it, probably. If you talk about myself, I would say that, to start off with, how I started into public speaking, it requires a lot of will. First of all, you need to have a strong
Right.
desire. And the
Yes.
very first hurdle that I personally faced was that what would other people say when I will go and speak in public? You know,
Right.
that limiting belief. So you have to shackle all those
Yes.
limiting beliefs first. Because I used to feel
Right.
very sorry about myself early on that, what other people, remember that Praveen's TEDx talk that someone is watching
Yes.
me? That
Yes.
SWM disease, you have to kill that disease first. So it's all about a
Right.
mindset game. So I would not like to go ahead and add everything to it. How can somebody start? But it start with the mindset, then you can move on to skill set,
Right.
as we have already learned within our group as well. So from your point of view,
Absolutely.
after mindset, if somebody has made that, frame of mind that yes, I'm no matter what, I'm going to learn public speaking, no matter what, I'm going to
Right.
express myself, I'm going to articulate my thoughts into words. So if person is prepared to learn the public speaking, now the stage comes to learn about the skill set. So what would be your point of view? What are those three things that we always talk about? And so can you
Yes.
talk about that a little bit to our audience?
See, from a person, from a point of view of a person who is absolutely not into public speaking right now, or who wants to learn public speaking, the most important thing is the attitude of not leaving the stage. That is the most important thing, and that is the most difficult thing, I would say, not leaving the stage. I'll give you an
Hmm.
example of not leaving the stage. Before labeling it to as a skill of public speaking, I was one of the soft skill trainers in one of the engineering colleges. My friend Anirudh Pathak and me, we both were soft skill trainers. And he happened to be a very good communicator. So I
Hmm.
got introduced to this college as a soft skill trainer. Just one
Hmm.
year later, to he got into the college,
Hmm.
and then he was a very good communicator. He still is a very good communicator. He started his classes and everything, and there everybody was like clapping and hooting, and like, and the college students, we all know that they have all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
flamboyant
They don't even
attitude
need reason
and
to clap.
everything. Yeah, so everybody was clapping and everything. So I literally got say mesmerized and got afraid
Hmm.
also, because I am also to be introduced. Next, I'll be there. And I did not know anything, because that was the first
Hmm.
exposure of mine in front of the huge audience. Like, there was the
Hmm.
audience of almost 1,000 students with their parents.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
it was a very difficult time for me to start my public speaking journey in front of the audience. The only thing that kept me stand over there is just not leaving the stage, come what may. I may not make it big. I may not make it like very influential or very big
Hmm.
thing, but I will not leave the stage. Then happened one more incident, that I went to my first class of that
Hmm.
school, and unfortunately or fortunately, this was mechanical branch. You can understand how mechanical branch is
Hmm.
like. So whosoever are there, engineers, they might be understanding how mechanical branch happens to be. I was absolutely silent. I was absolutely blank. That was the first day of being as a software trainer. I was blank. I was not knowing what to speak about. And everybody was laughing. Each and every student was laughing at me. But that thing, from that one first exposure that came to me, that never leave the stage, that is the first thing. I, I stood over there for some time, and something clicked in mind and said, how it would be that if you don't get selected in any of the companies in the fourth year of your engineering tenure, and I laugh at you like this only.
Wow. You gave it back to them.
And yeah, and everybody was silent. The class was pin drop silent.
Hmm.
So that was my first lesson. Alok, don't leave the stage, come what may.
Hmm.
Because that gives you the attitude of withstanding the difficulty.
Hmm.
So don't leave the stage. That has to be the first and foremost attitude of learning public speaking, because public speaking is a very wide, very vast area, that
Hmm.
even if for a lifelong you learn it, you may not master it, but you will definitely
Right.
do something upgraded. So first and foremost thing, never leave the stage attitude is very much important.
It's awesome.
And
I think.
next, definitely
Hmm,
step by step, we go ahead. We'll talk about
yeah.
those things. But first and foremost thing, never leave the stage attitude.
I think it's you have actually answered it beautifully because of the fact that a lot of people who have never spoken public or who actually never went on stage, it is very, very difficult for them to go and at least stand there and spend some time. And it, as you
Right.
mentioned, that never leave the stage attitude. It requires a lot of courage, my friend. It
Yeah.
requires a lot of courage, and
Right.
and you the sensation that you have in your body when you stand on the stage, it's absolutely a different feeling altogether. And when you know
Right.
that you don't have anything in your mind what you need to speak to, that becomes more difficult even.
Yes.
So I think it's
Yes.
it's a wonderful advice for everybody who wants to start their career as a public speaker or want to add this skill as an additional skill as a public speaker. Never leave the stage is number one mindset attitude that anybody should have. Amazing. I think that's it. And if you talk about few more things within mindset. So as I talked about that, please don't care about what others will think
Yeah.
about you, because when you're going to speak, you are going to work on yourself. At the end of the day, nobody is going to put the food on your table. It is you who have to put the table, food on the table on your family. It's up to
Yes.
you. It's you just do what you love. Don't care about what others are going to say, what others are going to feel about you. If you're going to learn and express yourself, you have to be shameless, a little bit shameless, to be honest, and then have to have
Absolutely.
this attitude of never leaving the stage. And I think it is brilliant.
Absolutely.
Now let's quickly move on to talk about a couple of skills that we need to take care of. Then we need to take those skills into account when we go on stage and speak in public. So what are those skill sets that we're going to talk about? So although we learned about content, vocal variety,
Right.
and then body language, how we manage ourselves on the stage. So let's go ahead and quickly talk about these three things and give our view to, let's add the value to our public, people and the viewers who are here. So let's start with the
Right.
body language. So over to you, Alok.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, when you master your first attitude of never leaving the stage, then automatically your body language changes. See, because initially we can
Mm,
learn the body language, but what comes from within, that is that is unsurmountable. You cannot
absolutely.
stop it. You cannot stop it. But
Mm,
when you think of learning something outside from outside, it takes time. It takes time to master. So first and foremost thing I would say, first master this attitude of never leaving the stage, then automatically you become. And as you said, it's very true. Ultimately, we are the only one who are responsible for bringing the food on the table.
absolutely.
वन ऑफ माई फ्रेंड्स ही सेज वेरी वेल, हिंदी में बोलता हूँ इस बात को, कि यदि कोई आपसे
Definitely.
बोले कि ये मत करो या वो मत करो, तो उससे बोल दो कि पूरा 2 महीने का किराना जो है ना मेरे घर पे लाके रख दे, फिर मैं तेरी बात मानूंगा, जो तू कहेगा वो मैं मान लूंगा.
बिल्कुल सही बात है यार,
So
बिल्कुल सही बात
that
है.
is the most
Can't
important
agree
thing.
more.
Give a, yeah,
Give a damn.
sorry, give a damn to whatever people say that. Sorry.
God bless you.
So, so what happens when you have this attitude? Automatically, your body language improves. Because first and
Mm,
foremost thing, what people observe in you, it is not your words. It's not what you say. It's what you do
absolutely.
on the stage in front of them.
Correct.
So you go with the confidence. You go with your chest up. You go with your eyes towards them. You go with the chin up and
Mm,
walk very confidently on the stage. So this kills their doubt. First and foremost thing.
mm,
Because whenever you go on the stage, people will always have a doubt on you if they have not seen you earlier.
absolutely.
Because we as a human being, there's a big psychology of understanding ourselves superior to everybody else. Unless and until you get some lesson from somebody. Because
Absolutely.
conviction is something which automatically makes you surrender in front of somebody.
Mm,
If you get
mm,
convinced to somebody, then automatically you will surrender to him. And because
absolutely.
it's impossible to convince people with your words initially. Your body language holds the utmost importance. So you have to walk confidently on the stage, have your chin up,
Mm,
have the eye contact with your audience, and just stand in front of your audience. Just do nothing.
I can just visualize
Stand.
this stage now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And do
Just
you remember,
stand.
Alok, what Praveen
Yeah.
always say that, people
Yes.
form a perception about you in just 15 seconds. When you go to
Absolutely.
the stage and just stand there, right from the time when you just get up from the chair and go to stage, in those 15 seconds, people form a perception about you. So what basically
Right.
Alok has described, that your body speaks even before you speak. So it is very important that you carry yourself confidently, maybe a little bit of, running towards the stage, and then shaking hands with the moderator, and then just looking into eyes of the people who are sitting there. That actually makes you stand out. So Alok, I think definitely I would agree with you that your confidence, somebody who doesn't know you, somebody who hasn't met you in the past, they would always have certain kind of dilemma or doubts about you, and it is your
Right.
body language which actually will talk before you will speak. So it will actually exhibit how confident you are. So I think
Absolutely.
that's really the very initial part, that within public speaking, if somebody wants to go to the stage and wants to speak, those 15 seconds will be the game changer for your
Yeah.
talk show. So, but let's move on to the second thing. Once we have moved on to the stage, now we have set the tempo,
Only one
and now we're
thing.
going to
Sorry,
speak.
sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt you.
no
Sorry to
problem. Go
interrupt
ahead.
you, Kashif. Because my friend Anirudh always says that world does not want you to be a victorious person. It always wants you to fail in front of them. So
Absolutely.
all eyes will be on your failure. So when you go on the stage, you consider yourself as a warrior. You consider
Hmm.
yourself as a crusader. So then only
Hmm.
this attitude, because the whole world, the people sitting over there, be it 10 people or 1,000 people, they want you to fail.
They want you to fail.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to make a crusade with yourself that I will win over them. So that's how you
Hmm.
have to make your attitude like that. And then definitely you are the only person over there who wants to win.
Wants to
Rest
win,
all
right?
want you to fail. So that's
Absolutely,
how this
absolutely.
attitude is very much
And you have to
important.
basically overpower. You have to overpower
Yes.
your confidence, onto them. That's really a brilliant formula, because if you go
Yeah.
on the stage with a low self-esteem, low self-confidence, you're already a loser. So half of the battle is
Absolutely.
won when you go on the stage confidently. So I think brilliant. So yeah, moving on to the
Right.
second stage. So when we are on the stage now, when we and we are ready to speak in front of public, we are ready to express ourselves. Now in those, we have certain hooks that we always start our videos with. We always start our
Right.
conversation with. So, rather me going and talking about those things, let's talk about a couple of hooks, that so that you have the maximum attention of the audience. You can grab the eyeballs of the people. So I would like to hear from you.
Yes. I would say you are also a master in that. So you will definitely
Feeling is
contribute to
mutual,
it.
brother.
So what I feel like earlier, I also used to commit those mistakes before coming to the formal learning of public speaking. I also used to commit the same mistake because we have been seasoned like that since our
Hmm.
childhood, in our school days, in our college days. We have been seasoned like that to be very docile, to be very like calm and cool,
Hmm.
but otherwise calm and cool. That you don't tend to speak, you don't tend to be confident, right? that is
Hmm.
that is how we have been trained or seasoned like that. So when you definitely go on the stage, we tend to speak immediately, because what we think, if we start speaking immediately, we will not be able to forget what we have prepared to
Internalized
deliver
or
that
prepared, yeah.
speech. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what happens, like, that is the sign of, when it's a sign of a stress. When you start very early, when you start very fast,
Absolutely.
that's the sign of a stress, and people, they gauge it. Whether
Hmm.
you gauge it or not, but people, they sense it. Because
Hmm.
I always train my people, my trainers. Being a training manager, I train my trainers also. I always say that as a public speaker, your job is to speak. Your each and every sense is working over there. Your eyes are working in having the eye contact with the audience. Your hands are
Hmm.
busy in making those gestures. Your head
Gestures.
is busy and holding the right position. Your
Hmm.
legs, they are
Legs are
having some ground, right? They are sticking
holding
towards the
some
ground
ground.
so that you don't seem to be fumbling. So your each and every senses are busy in
Active.
making yourself calm and composed, but your audience have only one thing to observe you. Their each and every sense is focused on you. So that's why
Absolutely.
you have to be absolutely calm, cool, composed. And for that, practice makes a lot of sense. You have to practice a
Hmm.
lot before going in front of the audience. You have to practice it. Initially, it takes time. Initially, because even if you make YouTube videos, that is giving a public speech and making YouTube videos that has that much of
It's
difference, that
almost
is
the same.
live. You cannot
Yeah,
take the pauses. You cannot take the different cuts. So
absolutely.
when you are
But it's
going
all
in front
about,
of the
I think,
public, you
Alok,
have
yeah, I'm sorry, I would just like to interject
no,
here.
no, please.
I think it's all about understanding the certain protocols, and saying is much easier than doing. So
Yeah,
as we have learned together that, practicing is one of the hardest part of actually honing your skills into becoming a great public speaker. As Praveen has also talked about, that if you want to practice yourself, and if you do not have an audience, you can put some dolls or some objects and make them as
right,
audience, and then move your eye contact, show them hand gesture, and come on the stage as if you're going to speak on a real stage. So all those things,
right.
I think, I have heard about this, that all of the great athletes, they have a pre-shot routine. So pre-shot routine is basically they always practice their method before they actually come to play. They always practice their. So as you might have seen, if you, I'm not sure if you're a cricket fan or not, but if you would have seen Sachin Tendulkar coming onto crease, he will always
Right.
wave his bats, and he will wave,
Yes.
recreate those best shot that he
Right.
plays before he even
Right.
goes into the game. So it is
Right.
same rule is applicable here in public speaking. It is just as good as any other skill. We always
Yes.
advocate about this. So it is
Right.
also equally important that we manage to play those pre-shot routine. We manage to recreate those best moments before we actually go and speak on stage. So it requires a lot of speaking. So a lot of time, when I was not a student of public speaking, when I used to see the people, a great public speakers, and I would think into my head, my God, how can they speak like this on the stage? I would just wonder simply. But and then now I realize that whenever I see somebody like this, it is the preparation of years that is left
Right.
behind, and that is the final product when somebody speaks on the stage. So, for example, if we are speaking today here confidently, we have done a lot of preparation. We have made a lot of
Yeah.
impromptu videos. We have made a lot of YouTube videos. We have spoken in public and
Right.
events. So that has given a confidence that to even come live. Otherwise, honestly speaking, I'm confessing in front of everyone that I did not have a courage to even turn on the live button, come and speak in front of everyone. So that
Yeah.
it's all about practice, and I definitely agree with you, Alok, that you need a lot of patience and you need a lot of practice. So definitely agree, Alok.
Yeah.
So what would you like to add,
Because it doesn't come
going
naturally.
forward?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't come naturally. I still remember I made 100 videos in 3 days. In 3 days.
100
Initially,
videos.
when we started making
My God.
videos, impromptu challenges, I made
Hmm.
100 videos in 3 days. Because
I
at that
remember
time
that
it
time
was
when
like, yeah,
there was no limitation of making impromptu
no,
videos.
no, no. Last July,
Yeah.
I suppose it is last July. And see, what is the magic behind it? We come out with the different things also. Like when you go for hunting for gold, you may come up with the silver, you may come up with the copper, you may come up with the iron also.
But
So
you'll
when
get
you
something.
go for hunting for it, you will have several things with you. Some will be of a lesser importance, some will be of the topmost importance. But
Hmm.
you will gather all those things with you, and they will be with you forever. So the same thing
Absolutely.
happens because whatever I'm able to speak English right now, I was not able to speak it throughout my career. I did not speak in
Hmm.
English. It was all about like speaking for some time, speaking in English and then coming to Hindi because the audience itself was Hindi speaking.
Hmm.
So I needed to speak in
Absolutely.
Hindi only. But making those 100 videos and more than 100, I think I would have made almost 600 and 700 videos till now from
Hmm.
last year, including everything. Like
Hmm.
you also would have made the same amount of videos. We both have done it. So that made a big change in me. That it increased my confidence. It boosted up my confidence like anything. Second most important thing,
Hmm.
it gave me the confidence of speaking in English. I was able to speak in
Absolutely.
English. and that too
Right.
fluently.
And it reflects.
Fluently.
It reflects.
Fluently. So even I was not confident on me that someday I'll be speaking in English. That when we'll be having some conversation. Then I started my talk show. That is also in English. So it gives you so many things when you practice. And I tell you the
Hmm.
real fact, Tosif, most of the people they have the burning desire to become a public speaker, but they have the least desire to practice. They
Absolutely right.
fail to
Absolutely
practice.
right.
They fail to
So,
practice,
so
and that's why
as
very few
one of
people.
absolutely, I would like to add one thing here. I'm very keen when it comes to reading Robin Sharma's content. So he always says that,
Yeah.
ideation without action is a mere delusion. So no matter
Yes.
how rich or big idea you carry with yourself or you hold within your mind, but till the time you don't take an action or practice, that is, futile. So I think,
Yeah.
Alok, I'm very much conscious about the time because this show is supposed to be of half an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
And I
Absolutely.
think,
Absolutely.
as you said initially, that public speaking is a very wide, very big
Yeah.
topic. We will continue talking about a month, and it will not, end.
Yes.
But definitely, I will just like to give a quick recap to my audience, or your audience who have joined. So, what we discussed today, we first of all we discussed about, why you should learn public speaking. Why public speaking is so important. Second thing we talked about that, basically, what is it that is required to become a public speaker? So in that, the first thing that we spoke about, Alok, correct me if I'm wrong. We talked about the mindset, never leaving the
Yes.
stage attitude. That is very
Yes.
important.
Absolutely.
And then I also talked about that, you need to be not caring actually about what other people would say, or somebody is watching me, or if I'll go on stage and speak, what would family members or the friends will say that what you're doing. It doesn't really matter. It's if
Right.
it is your baby, you need to take care of it, you need to nurture it. It is your skill that you need to learn because you want to create an impression out there in the world. And that we
Right.
also talked about today, that how to basically start to learn about public speaking. What are those skill sets that you
Right.
not need to learn about the skill set? So the very first thing that we talked about, how can you move on to stage? How? So it was a part of body language. So we are still on body language. So there are three components of three skill sets of public
Yes.
speaking. One is body language, second is vocal variety, and another is third is content. So all these three skills are really required for you to learn and become a great public speaker. So I'm pretty sure, Alok, you would not mind to come again with me live in some time so that we will
Sure.
continue discussing about this, and probably in 4 to 5 live we will be able to complete the discussion on public speaking.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What do you
Sure.
say on
Sure.
that?
Yeah. Absolutely. Because as we also admit to it that public speaking is a very vast area, and you can keep on learning something new in public speaking. But yes, for basics to master it, it also takes time. And like
Absolutely.
we
And
have
I
covered
and
only one aspect, only two aspects.
it
Basically,
took
the
just half
first
an
is
hour. Yeah.
mindset, and second thing is body language. And we did not know how much time it passed. So it takes
Absolutely.
time definitely. If our audience needs, we'll definitely come regularly
And
and
then
we'll talk
now,
about.
before I would call to an end, I would just like to thank you, Alok, for joining. It's really an honor, and I'm really privileged to have you here. I just wanted to give 3 to 5 minutes to all of the audience, that please drop if you have any questions with respect to public speaking. If you
Yeah.
have an interest to go on stage and speak in public, and not even a stage, because as we all know that these are the lockdown times, and we if we are working in office, there would be a lot of opportunities that you would be a part of meeting, and you would like to express yourself, or you would like to express yourself in the family. You want to hope, give your express your thoughts. So in any setup, if you want to learn public speaking, or if you have any questions around those things, public speaking, because we are pretty sure that we are going to continue this series, and we will have 4 to 5 live Instagram sessions where we are going to exquisitely talk about public speaking. So if you have any questions right now, we are here for 5 minutes. Please do drop. We would love to answer those things. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Alok, I think
Absolutely.
we have people from our network that, if
Yeah.
so, guys, just we are just family. So feel free to drop any questions. Don't hesitate. If you have any questions that you would like to ask with respect to public speaking, we would love to answer those questions. So there have been a lot of people who joined us, and some people are complimented you.
Yeah.
Alok is an inspiration for public speakers. So thank you, Guleria. I think he's somebody from your network. And Alok sir, Alok, you have just rocked today.
It's not like
And
that. I'm a great fan of
Lakshmi is
you.
saying, no, it's
Lakshmi,
not
Lakshmi,
about
a great
we are,
speaker.
yeah, yeah. So Lakshmi is, I know Lakshmi. Yeah. So, it's not about being a fan to each other. It's about being
Mm,
appreciative and being respectful to each other. We all are same
yes,
human, and it's all about understanding and learning from each other, because that is the attitude which has actually brought us together and learn from each other, as well as
right.
sharing our knowledge with each other, because humility is very much required. Hi, Uma. Thank you so much for joining. And Uma ma'am is one of the very
Yeah.
respected family members of ours,
Yes.
and she is
Yes.
someone who I always look up to. So thank you so much, Uma ma'am. So Guleria is asking how to. So first question: how to keep smile on your face while delivering speech. So I think Alok, would you like to answer this?
Yes, that is one of the most difficult things because you also know that. And because I have gone through it. I have gone through it. I learned it very hard way. I'm the person who was never ever able to smile on any phone, or I'm not photogenic basically. If you talk about even my
No,
family
no, you
members,
are.
my daughter also says, Papa, you can't smile. So that's the thing. But see, it comes over a period of time because you have to deliberately smile. Initially, you have
Absolutely.
to deliberately smile. People may laugh at you. Why are you smiling at this particular sentence? People may laugh at you. Let people laugh. But you have to
Absolutely.
give deliberately smile. If you are not in a habit of giving regular smiles, if you
Mm,
don't smile regularly, you have to do it. I may laugh very good, but giving a smile, it was not my cup of tea. So what I started, somewhere I read it that you have to keep your face like that deliberately.
mm.
It
It's called
it's
deliberate
very
practice.
irritating. It's very irritating. See, keeping it like that. But what
Mm,
happens? Your muscles need to have that practice of
mm.
having that posture of smiling.
Right.
That movement of smiling. That these muscles, they are governed by your brain. So your brain gets
Mm,
the message that yes, you are smiling now. So it keeps on doing it most oftenly. So you have to
absolutely.
do it. It's
And
difficult.
I
No,
think,
it's not a
I
very
think,
easy thing.
it's all about something that you're not able to do it so many times that it becomes a part of
Yeah.
your subconscious mind. So I think that's what Alok is talking about, and I think it's a brilliant answer. And I hope that someone who asked the question is actually would agree. And Uma ma'am is also saying that smile adds to your face value, definitely. And
Yes.
I think another question that is on the way, and Avanti Joshi is asking is like she's saying that how to make your point heard when in a fight. So it's a different level altogether. So I mean, I think she's talking about how to put your point across and make the other person, heard when you are into fight. I think it's a matter of winning the argument. And I, if somebody would ask me, I would say that never win an argument. I have never been an advocate of winning an
Absolutely.
argument. Win a person,
You
but
win an
don't win an
argument and
argument.
you lose a person. Yeah,
You
that's what
lose
I
a
said.
person. That's what I said.
You
That win
may
a
win
person.
an argument and you lose a person. So
Definitely. And
lose your argument and win the person. That is most important thing. And then you can make
that's what
several
I've
other
started with.
arguments. Then you can make several other arguments when you win the person.
And to
So
answer to question, this is, I think it's a very good question. So in fact, I have read this in the book of Dale Carnegie, that you should never try to win an argument, because ultimately you're losing your energy first of all, and energy is one of the very important commodity that you should always preserve. But in
right.
that, in an attempt to win an argument, you're losing the person, as we rightly discussed. So it is person is more important than having an argument.
Yes.
So I would rather say to avoid an argument. But if you really want to put across, just to complete the the question, answering the question, if you really want to put your point across, because at times you really want yourself to be heard by the other person. In that situation, when you are into a fight mode, I think it is the good idea is to keep a calm. And when the other
Yeah.
person is not aggravated, the other person has calmed down, then that is the right opportunity to put the hammer, right opportunity to actually convey your message, that because he would become receptive to what you would say. There's somebody who's already angry may not be receptive towards what you're saying because he is into defensive mode. He would just give
Right.
it back to what you will say. So I think the best part is that, don't try to win an argument, just calm down, find out the right time to have a very meaningful conversation, try to make your point, and then it is highly likely that you will be able to put across your point. I think it answers her question.
Right.
Okay, let's see if there are any other questions. Thank you, Avanti. It was a brilliant question. You feel relaxed when you smile. Uma ma'am is saying yes, definitely, no doubt about it. Harpal sir. Oh my God, lot of
Ah,
people, lot of family members are
ah,
here, so I'm really thankful. It
thank
gives
you.
a lot
Thank
of
you,
energy.
Harpal. Thank you, Harpal.
So Harpal sir is
Yes.
saying, so good to see two great men on the same screen. I'm really love and excited that you guys are here. You have supported
Yeah.
us. It's and I don't. In fact, we both of us are feeling like we are not deprived of the SAG family over here
Yes.
as well. So really thankful. Uh, so Uma ma'am is saying want tips on increasing your YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Duly noted. Thank you,
Right.
Avanti. So Uma ma'am is, I think, after my life, and I owe this answer to you. So I think this is the right time to answer to you. I think Uma ma'am, you know, you whenever you do anything in life, you get that you achieve that when you care about it. So I would not like to give any philosophical answer, but to move on to a technical things. When I started my journey on YouTube, initially, no doubt about it, first 100 subscribers, you have to be very, very, hardworking in terms of sharing your content with your friends and family, because these are your friends and families which plays a key role, because you're unknown to anyone, unknown to the world. People don't know in the world that you're there, you have your YouTube channel, or they want to even hear you. How would they know you? You need to start somewhere. So how can you start? Is your friends and family can actually help you in building those first set of 100 subscribers, or maybe your friend circle or your social media influence. You know, Once you have those 100 set of subscribers, then your YouTube channel, your content will start moving, because YouTube only rewards those people who have the maximum amount of watch time. And watch time can only increase if you have an amazingly great content, insanely great content, I would say, because I have experienced this. I have also made 100 videos in 100 days because somebody gave me a challenge. So I used to make a video every day and upload it, edit it, upload it every day on YouTube. So I have experienced that, you know, when you have a great content which is personalized and coming out of your own life, it will have a great watch time. And the video that will have a watch time, YouTube algorithm are designed in such a way that it will promote your video to larger audience. But any video which does not have a good watch time, in other words, which does not have a great content, will die within first hour. And the video which will die within first hour will not be able to have a maximum reach. And as a result of that, it will not be able to reach to new audience. And as consequently, you would not be having the new subscribers. So first 100 subscriber, you need to have a support, because I mean, I don't consider myself to be a Shah Rukh Khan that I will open my YouTube channel and it will like boom. It cannot happen. So if we are, because we are middle class people, we are common people. So if we want us to be heard, we need support. So first 100 subscriber, definitely. Once I crossed 100 subscribers, and I'm thankful to a lot of friends as well, Vishakha, and a lot of friends who have supported me a lot. I think she must be here on the call as well. So after you cross 100 subscriber, you have a little bit of watch time, you have a little bit of momentum, people start knowing you that you have a YouTube channel. Then then I have realized that some of your videos will have, you know out of blue moon, you will have a lot of views on your videos. Early on when I started, I used to have five views, 10 views, 15 views. Then I started having 100, 200 views, then more than that. So basically, it's all about understanding YouTube algorithms, and you have to work really hard. I'm not saying that you go ahead and ask people to subscribe to your content, but you can definitely say that this is what I'm doing, this is my mission that I am on, this is my intent, this is my purpose, and people who will believe in what you believe, they will definitely come to you. people who will belong your tribe, they will definitely come to you. So I think, and couple of hacks that I followed, because as you might know that I have a massive LinkedIn following, and I would not say that those are all people who are a great connection, a lot of friends there, and I have inbuilt, I have shared my YouTube link on all my social media platform, like here on Instagram as well, on LinkedIn as well, on Facebook as well. So people who would watch me on other social media platform would also know and understand that Tausif has a YouTube channel. Let's see what it has there. So that is the icebreaker, because if people would not even know that you have a YouTube channel, how would they know that you're making videos? Or how would they know that you want to grow your YouTube channel? So that is something that I also did. And a lot of collective efforts and a lot of support, a lot of failures. But I would not say I'm a star, but I'm a very small person with like 500 odd subscribers. But I aim to, my vision is to basically create a content which can impact people's life. It is very easy to say that I'm not looking at the number of subscribers. That is very hard not to look at. But I would say that my focus, I try to manage my focus on the content first. That is my priority, and I think that's how you basically win. And then there is no straightforward answer to this. There are many things, and I'll keep talking about it, and I'll take a lot of time from the audience. But I would like to take a couple of tips from Alok as well, that you have anything on this.
Uh, yeah, absolutely. And I'm also a beginner now for YouTube. I don't have much of the subscribers or 245 subscribers only, because in between I did not work on my YouTube. My YouTube basically does not have the individualized content. It was basically filled with interviews, talk to rock shows. I never made the individualized content. So that's how I was just listening to you, that make more of the content. So I would focus more on the content so that I have some individualized or customized content, so that whatever
I
is
don't do
required by the
it very
people.
aggressively these days, to be honest, Alok.
Yeah,
I just do it a weekly basis. Early on, I was very aggressive, but I think if you keep putting a video a week, I think that is more than enough.
that's more. And what you said about out of the blue something comes, I just wonder. I made one video. It's a short video. Now YouTube also has the short video. So I had the short video. Within 2 days, it got 425 views. I did not know how it happened. I did not know out of it. I made one Instagram reel, and only one reel. It got 1500 views.
My
But
God.
second reel did not get it. Second reel got only 345. So I was just wondering what made it. I dug deep into it, but I could not get those statistics, how it worked. I tried to apply those statistics to the next video also, but it did not work with that video. So
So
as
there
you
is,
said, it's very true. We have to be technical. We have to dig
yeah,
deep
we
into the
have to be,
technical aspects, what works.
absolutely.
So then, and it takes time. As you said, it's very true. It takes
It
time
takes
to
time.
understand this thing. Yeah, we
Yeah, it
can
requires
subscribe to
consistency.
some of the courses which are offered by many experts. So yes, they may
Definitely.
also work if we are keen on a YouTube channel. We should have some courses for that.
Absolutely, and same is applicable to all the social media platform, not only YouTube. It's about LinkedIn, it's about Instagram. To be honest, I have not been very much on the Facebook, and I don't spend too much of time there because of certain
Right.
reasons. But all the other social media, every social media platform has its own strategy. If you understand that,
Yes. Yes.
on a much scale, you can leverage it, and you can definitely have a lot of views and get your content to reach to a lot of people. So I think,
In
Alok,
Insta,
we
if you
have taken a
see,
lot of.
just one thing. In
Yeah, yeah,
Insta, I have
sure.
seen that all the lightweighted videos, they are more focused.
Yeah.
They get more likes, like 10 lakhs, even 1 million, 2 million likes are there. So I ventured into that. Recently, you would have also seen. I ventured into those
Mm.
light videos. So I thought you have to go by the flow. Which
Mm.
platform needs what, as you said, really said. If that
Mm.
platform needs the lightweighted videos, you have to go something casual for them. YouTube is
Absolutely.
something serious.
Mm.
Insta, Reels, those things are very light things. People come over there for entertainment, not for the
It's a quick hack.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick hack. So that way you need to work your content.
I mean, I also experience the same thing. I like 7,000 views, 6,000 views on a couple of reels, and then
Yeah.
next reel it didn't even go to 100 people. So it's algorithms are designed to award quality. You need to have a
Yeah.
good sound quality, you need to have a good camera quality, and I have experience, and
Yes.
this is my 100% experience, my own experience, that if you have a good quality in terms of your audio and video, these algorithm will reward you. So that is
Yeah.
also an important step. So I think, yeah, that's it. And I think it was an amazing discussion today. And I really am thankful to all the people who have joined here today and
Yeah. Really.
spend a lot of time, give their valuable time to basically be
Yes.
a part of this discussion, which was done on public speaking. And when we'll continue talking about this in upcoming episodes. And if you would have any questions, if not today, right now, probably you can leave it in the comment section or DM me or Alok, and we would love to get back to you and answer those questions. So once again, thank you so much, Alok. It was really pleasure to
Thank
have you
you.
here,
Thank you, Dosi.
and
Thank
everybody
you.
who joined. And thanks a lot. So I think we
Yeah.
will catch up
Everyone.
soon and
Thank
we
you
will
very
talk about
much.
it. Thanks a lot.